Now we welcome remarks from Sri Chaitanya Chenchelikar, VP and CTO, Whistling Woods International.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. The breakout session in the morning for deployment of content creation labs in schools and colleges, along with corresponding curriculum for the same, was excellent. We had 5 or 6 outcomes and suggestions. So one was that it will ensure completeness of education, especially in the age of AI, where human skills are needed for creative thinking, critical thinking, narrative thinking, design thinking. It will widen the spectrum for higher education and career pathways in media and entertainment through integration with the National Education Policy and emphasis on multidisciplinary learning, design thinking, and creative education. This will also help it will increase understanding of Bharatiya narrative traditions, folk art, and music, which will also enable a unique narrative storytelling style as well as a visual style to emerge out of India. What was recommended that we look at a phased implementation strategy where we start off with pilot institutions and a kickstarting of teacher training, followed by expansion based on feedback and institutional readiness, and ensure national saturation and higher education linkage in phase 3. Industry collaboration and participation will be critical in providing mentorship, internships, real-world projects, and curriculum inputs, ensuring that the training remains aligned with evolving industry requirements. It was also noted that we need to ensure promotion of regional inclusion, that it should ensure participation from tier 2 and tier 3 cities, enabling students across the country to access creative education and digital opportunities. The key takeaway and action points are as follows. One is identification of institutions to identify suitable secondary schools and HEIs at the pilot stage and then at the saturation stage. Second is curriculum development, and this was significantly stressed by everybody, that we have to make sure that the curriculum that is built is both in alignment with NEP principles and multidisciplinary learning frameworks, but it is also includes all the inputs that are needed to create robust education in foundational education in creative and performing arts. The third key takeaway was faculty capacity building. This needs, because this is the first time that this will end up happening in the government vertical, so we need to approach it in a very strong and robust manner to incorporate as many faculty as possible to take things forward. The fourth point was infrastructure and technology framework. Since we are a techno-creative industry, we have to make sure that standardized high-quality infrastructure, including hardware, software tools, and digital platforms, is available across the country to ensure that the learning quality remains uniform or standardized and does not drop on account of lack of broadband connectivity or lack of computing access. The last is possibly the most important, which is awareness and outreach. Communication campaigns will need to be undertaken to inform students, parents, and educators about emerging career opportunities in the media and entertainment, AVGC, and creative economy sectors, and what are the higher education verticals that students who do study foundational education in creative and performing arts can take up. There were 3 or 4 concerns that were raised. One was the shortage of skilled faculty, which was kind of the topic that was highlighted the most. The second was the infrastructure requirements, so reliable electricity, broadband connectivity, and digital infrastructure. The third was career awareness and parental acceptance, without which none of these projects will really roll out in a successful manner. And we have to make sure that the parents and students do not lack awareness of this area. And the fourth is to make sure that we have industry link, that the industry is linked to both the curriculum development as well as industry mentorship to make sure that the students acquire skills that are needed today as well as tomorrow. So this was a brief summary of the breakout session for content creation labs in schools and colleges. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sri Chaitanya Chenchelikar.